friends, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to The Sims 4, and welcome to another speed build. And you may be saying to yourself, Amanda, I think there's a problem with your footage right now. There was already a building on this lot when the footage started, so we didn't get to see the layout or the building of the building. And allow me to explain to you why that is. So this is a 6 apartment building, 4 studios, and 2 single bedroom apartments. And I had like an idea of what I wanted each apartment to look like, and I had no idea really what I wanted the building to look like. So I was like, let me just throw some layouts around, let me just figure it out, because this may be dead in the water before we even start, right? Like I was like, I don't want to record something and just have this footage sitting here if I end up never using this build. Let me just play with it and see if this is even a viable idea, right? So I start playing with it, and the second story, actually the layout ended up working out pretty okay, and I was like, oh sweet, okay, the 4 studios, not too bad. Great. And then I got to the top floor and I was like, oh hey, the 1 bedrooms worked out pretty great. They worked out like I had them in my head for the most part. Fantastic. So there's 2 1 bedrooms and 4 studios. Fantastic. This is great. I get to the bottom floor and I'm like, okay, well, I want to do something kind of interesting with the bottom floor. So I'm fighting with it. Finally come up with like, okay, I'm going to do a gym with a sauna and a mail room and a co-working space. Great. Super happy about it. Start working on the outside. I've got these cool pillars going on, making it not a box, putting some balconies in, you know, making it really cool. And I realized somewhere around starting the gym, I think it was, that I never put stairs in. No, I'm not joking with you. I did not put stairs in my 3-story building, which meant there was no way to get to any of the apartments. They were functionally useless space. And I had a small cry. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had a small cry, had a small walk away. And then I came back and we were all good. All good because it's just a video game, right? We're not going to be that serious about it. As much as we like really love this game and really love building, we're not going to get that serious about it. So there's stairs now. Had to redo the layout a little bit. Had to stretch things. Had to make things weird. You might notice some of the pillars are maybe not like the way you would have thought to do pillars. And that's because I was like, the math doesn't work anymore. But I really wanted like these cute pillars and stuff. And I do love the way the building turned out. It took a little while. I will say there is one pillar on the outside of this building that I have extreme amounts of beef with, because all of the pillars are this pretty white. They're so lovely. They match the like friezes and stuff. And then there's one that's brown, and I don't understand why, because every other pillar is white. It's in the white swatch, but the lighting on this one particular pillar makes it like a milk chocolate brown. I don't understand why. And like it's like I fussed with it for so long. I even changed up the pillar type at one point. I was like, maybe doing a different pillar. Nope. Every white swatch on that particular thing turns like a milk chocolate brown. I don't know. Anywho's and ways. Here you can see me kind of messing with the bottom floor a little bit, because at this point we're starting to adjust for like the stairs and stuff, because you know you need those if you want your Sims to live here. And I was going with a little bit of an older building look. That wasn't originally the plan. Originally I was going to go a little bit more modern, and then I had this idea of like, well, what if it, because originally I was going to do like an old warehouse. And then I saw these really cute windows with like the little wrought iron decor in them, and I was like, okay, well, what if it's like a warehouse with fancy windows in it? And that didn't really make a ton of sense. And so then I was like, well, what if it was a department store that was abandoned and then turned into apartments, right? Because you hear about stuff like this all the time. You hear about schools getting turned into apartments. You hear about like old warehouses. Obviously, that's a big one. You hear about like, I've even seen there was one that was like, I think it was like a lighthouse or like a, what do you call them? Like a grain mill, like a windmill kind of thing that was turned into like little mini apartments. People are turning all kinds of things into homes. And so I was like, well, what if this was like a JCPenney's or a Nordy's or a Macy's or something like that, but for whatever reason, it's not in this building anymore. And so the developers were like, let's keep the facade. Let's keep like the idea of it, the kind of like classic. I was kind of like trying to do a little bit like, I was imagining how this building would look in the snow in the winter with like Christmas lights on it. I was kind of doing a little bit of like, what would like Christmas in New York look like on this building, right? Like we're not really gonna probably get that in San Myshuno. I don't even think snow sticks in San Myshuno. I could be wrong on that. I don't think I've ever played a wintertime in San Myshuno. I think by the time, because I almost always start in spring, I think by the time winter rolls around, most of my people have moved out because they need to have space for kiddos. Now I want to see what wintertime is like in San Myshuno. Anyways, I was channeling in this moment. I was channeling like kind of a Christmas in New York vibe. So I wanted like that really pretty brick with the white friezes. I wanted like the really pretty windows, the ornate kind of look there. Obviously you saw me starting to put like some window boxes and stuff up, kind of that vibe, but now turned into an apartment place. And then I was like, okay, so I have 6 apartments. I have 4 studios, 2 1-bedrooms. The 1-bedrooms are on the 3rd floor with the bigger balconies. The studios are on the 2nd floor with the smaller balconies. And the studios are tiny, and that was by intention. Actually, both of these apartment layouts are by intention, because at the time originally of building this footage is a couple weeks old now. Actually, it might be even a little older than that, because she's been in her place for a while. My friend was apartment hunting, and part of the apartment hunting process, obviously, is sending your friends the layouts and stuff, and trying to figure out if you can live in a place, right? And, so she was sending me all of these layouts, and 2 of these layouts, they're from different apartment buildings, but I was just like, those are great. I love both of those. Now, they ended up translating differently in The Sims. So, funnily enough, the things that I loved about both of them, the windows, didn't end up translating correctly, which is fine. Like, whatever. It's The Sims. In both of them, in both of the layouts she sent me, the apartments, both the studio and the 1-bedroom, had corner windows. Oh, they were so cute. They were so cute. I was like, girl, you have to, because the lighting is going to be amazing, like that natural light. In our build, less so. It happens. It's The Sims. But the layouts are really cool, so I think they're going to be really fun. We're working on the gym because I never build gyms. And I remembered why while building this gym, because I don't frequent gyms. I used to have a gym membership, but I've talked about this a little bit on the channel. I have like a teeny weeny itty bitty little like medical condition. It's not a big deal. But one of the fun things is that like I'm a little bit exercise adverse. My body can't tell the difference between like, walking chill on a treadmill and being chased by a bear. And anyways, I turn into a tomato and get all super hot and sweaty and stressed out at the gym, and I don't like it. So I like very quickly got rid of the gym membership, because like I didn't want to be like a stressed out embarrassment to myself or others. So I haven't been in a gym in like a decade. I was like, nope, this is a mortifying experience. I'm never going back. And because of that, I don't really know what gyms look like. So I made a best guess based on images online, again, from a bunch of different like apartment complex websites where they were like, gym included, workspace included. And I was like, okay, I can kind of guess off of this. So it's a little gym. It's nothing major, but it's enough to get your fitness skill up. And there's a sauna, so if you wanted to do sauna-based things, you could. There's also bathrooms in there that I thought would make good changing rooms as well. But it also means like if your sim for whatever reason is visiting this lot, like you're using it to just join San Myshuno, because sometimes you just go to a residential lot or whatever just to be able to access the neighborhood. A really good example of this is like we keep doing that for like the Sims events, the like weekly events that keep happening, because they keep sending us to Foundry Cove. Yeah, that sounds right. So there's like no like public lots, like community lots there, so you just like go to somebody's house but you just don't say hi. If you were to do that with this lot, your sim would still have access, because this is all going to be marked public, your sim would still have access to the bathrooms if they needed them. There are no showers because in theory the people using this gym live here, right? So like go upstairs and shower with your own shampoo and stuff in the comfort of your own bathroom, right? I don't know, maybe not. That would just be me. I didn't see a need for it. There's also no lockers for that reason, although I think lockers would have been significantly helpful in real life, because like you still have to tote down your little water bottle and stuff. I don't know. Again, it's been a decade since I've been in a gym, and I have no interest in going back and embarrassing myself again. No, thank you. I'm good. I will exercise simply at home. Or, I like going for walks. Walks are really fun. I highly advise walks. If you have a safe place to do so outside, it's good for the soul. Anyways, I do put hooks up and a mirror in these bathrooms as well, because like I said, I thought they could be changing rooms too. And so the mirror is nice, because if your sim shows up here and you're like, oh, a gym, you can change into workout gear. You technically could if the big mirror is in the middle of the gym too, but for gameplay, that's a little weird. Just a thought. So now we're gonna be probably, I think, starting in the mail room, I think is what I did next. And the mail room is a little bit of a throwaway room, because like obviously all you need is 6 little mail slots. It's not the end of the world, but I made it look like a full mail processing room, because first of all, I thought it was cute, and like for Christmas time I thought it would be fun to maybe tell that story. But more importantly, because this is public space, this cannot be whatever you want it to be, because like at one point I thought maybe it could be a cafe or something, but that felt kind of weird, because like it is an apartment building, and it's like meant to be an apartment building, so I was like, that's kind of weird. But you could make it like a public kitchen if you wanted to. You could do something like that. I know one of the apartment places my friend was looking at was like, oh yeah, and there's like a community like industrial kitchen and like co-working spaces and a gym and a dog walk, and it's on top of a grocery store. And my friend was like, I would never leave my apartment building. And I was like, that feels constricting. I'm like, you would have to leave your apartment building. But that was kind of the idea, right? Was I was like, what could we put in here? Or how could I create a space that fits the apartment vibe, but like could be a skill building space for whatever story you're telling. Because, like, depending what your sim does too, like the cupcake machine, I know you can make cupcakes in the oven and stuff now, but, like, the cupcake machine is huge. Or, like, some of the science machines and stuff are huge. And you could say, like, okay, well, this apartment building is where all my scientists live, and then the mailroom can become a science room or something like that. Or maybe you have, like, a bunch of kids in the building, and suddenly that becomes, like, a little bit of, like, a daycare space, or, like, an indoor playground, you know? You could put the ever infamous ball pit in there or something like that. Like, there's lots of options. I just thought a mailroom felt, sometimes I try to put rooms in that feel very like throwaway, in that it's not gonna like pain someone to redo it. You know, because sometimes you download a build and you're like, oh, it's so pretty, and then you're like, oh, but I need a thing, but I feel really terrible tearing apart this room that they spent so much time on. And I was like, a mailroom, I don't think anyone's gonna feel bad about tearing apart a mailroom. Plus, it's just cute, and it gave me an excuse to use a bunch of like the paper clutter and stuff. And it was a good place for the mailboxes. If you get rid of the mailroom, you may just have to put the mailboxes on the doors, which I think is perfectly fine. And in this main entry space, because it was an old department store, I very much liked the idea of just having kind of like a regal entry space. So we went ahead and did that. Lots of exposed brick here, just making it really pretty and kind of like old hotel vibes almost too, just like a little sitting area. I can see, again, if your sim comes just as like to use it as a way to access the neighborhood, be a nice place for them to chill if they need a little place to relax. None of these rooms are obviously going to be locked, so they'll have access to like the co-working space. Although I don't put any computers in the co-working space, the idea would be that you would bring a laptop down or something like that. Apologies, I don't know if you can hear Watson in the background. He's having a meltdown because heaven forbid I pay attention to something other than him. He has, for the record, been spoiled rotten already today. He is just fine. He is just a little bit mad because, again, the audacity. I've been talking to y'all for a few minutes here and not paying enough attention to him. So you might hear him fussing in the background. He's currently fussing at me. I don't know if you can hear him. Yeah, here, so we're just putting some paper in, and I kind of imagined, I was kind of thinking, like, this community, this, like, apartment building was, like, an actual community, and I recognize in real life that doesn't happen as often as I make it happen in The Sims, but The Sims is about escaping reality to some extent, so I always love the idea of, you know, an apartment space being full of people who love each other from different walks of life, but who, you know, have bonded together to make a little bit of, like, a found family community situation. So there are a few things down here that maybe wouldn't happen in a normal, mailroom. Like, I left some, like, moving boxes here. I left some, like, there's gonna be a set of scissors and stuff in here. And I kind of like the idea of, like, maybe someone was just like, I always forget my scissors, so I'm just gonna put a set of scissors in the mailroom. And then just everyone kind of recognizes, like, those are the mailroom scissors, so we don't mess with them. I also used it as an excuse to put the decor box in here because, like I said, Christmas in New York, right? And so, like, if that's the vibe, we need a way to do, Christmas lights. So those are in there, so anyone can set them up on the building. I haven't done them. I should have done them for the screenshots, but I haven't done them yet, but I just think it would be so fun. I just think it would be so pretty. I can't wait to see this building in the wintertime. And this is the co-working space, and I did put it behind doors because, like, if you're actually trying to, like, take a meeting or something, which I don't know why you would try to take a meeting in a public co-working space, but some people have to, I guess. I get really nervous. Although I have done the, like, there's been times where, like, I've had the answer to a problem, but I haven't been at work, so I have done the, like, headphones in, phone up to face, like, trying not to bug anyone, but, like, walking through the grocery store being like, well, have you tried cycling instances? Have you considered, you know? So, like, I do get taking public meetings, but I feel like if you maybe know a meeting is coming up, maybe that's a good time to spend it in your apartment. But there are desks down here, rather, so that you can, your sim has, like, an actual desk to work down here. You might have, like, work tasks or something, work from home tasks, something like that. And it's just cute. And you know, some Sims are extroverts. Some Sims super like working with other people, and I think that's so fun. I am an introverted Sim. I love people, and I love when I can go be in my own space. I find people absolutely lovely, and I also love when I have my peace. Yeah, this wall nearly killed me. So here is the thing about this build is the bottom floor is tall, and that made decorating a little bit funky because everything had to be on like a scale, and not everything scales up in this game, and it was hard to not be like repetitive with the artwork that scaled nicely. And again, this room also kind of falls into the category of like, it's a little bit of a community room, right? Because there are some like tools and things in here that like maybe a normal space wouldn't have. But I was like, again, if everyone in the building like agrees to just keep it nice, then it's fine to have like, you know, paper, pencil, things like that. And in like real life with the amount of like stuff that I put in here, this would probably be like a 24-hour doorman kind of room. Kind of apartment building, or like what's the one, like the, what do they call it, like the digital doorman, right? So the doors in theory in real life would probably be locked. In The Sims it doesn't matter so much, it can be public space because no one's gonna walk away with all the pens, you know. Although that would be so funny if they started doing that. That would change everything. No, but in reality, like, no one's gonna walk away and steal the pens. Like, it's very unlikely for Sims to just come in and cause havoc. So we're kind of suspending our disbelief here in that regard. And then just putting some cute tables outside because we had this fun deck, and you'll see it in the screenshots. I included it specifically in the screenshots because I wanted to make it very clear why I was sort of making this little outdoor space. The view here is actually really cute. It's a really cute view of the bay. It's a very like city on the water view, which I think is just lovely. It's a very reminiscent. I know this is supposed to be a little bit like more New York inspired, San Myshuno, and it makes sense. Like it is very New York inspired. In a lot of ways, but the like water parts of it remind me very much of Seattle, which is where I'm from initially. Well, I'm from a suburb of Seattle, but I spent a lot of time in Seattle. Seattle was like 20 minutes away. You know what I mean? Kind of like people say I'm from New York, and what they mean is like one of the suburbs or whatever, you know, but like same thing. Anywho's, here we're just putting in a lot of bushes. I did put some of the bushes in with the lights on them. They didn't fit everywhere, but they did fit on little corners, and I thought that would be kind of nice for like this little outdoor seating area. And lots of bushes in these little recessed areas I thought was really nice. Sized down and then squished in because of course. And the little, like, Juliet balconies, I thought were kind of nice, too. They kind of, in the white, they kind of contrasted the, like, actual balconies. But I thought that was okay. Also, the actual balconies have fairy lights on them. And no, the tenants don't get to decide because it's The Sims and I wanted them. And here on these side walls where I couldn't put windows in, we're just going ahead and doing a little bit of clutter because it is the city. So we needed a little bit of graffiti. Needed a ghost sign because we love our ghost signs. And I did see that one missing bit of foundation, and I will fix that. But anyway, here's a screenshot, guys, and I've been talking at you for forever, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. Pretty soon we'll be doing the apartments. I think we'll probably do a couple of them at a time because they're bitty. But yeah, I think that's it for me. I hope you're having a good day and you're feeling loved, and if you're not feeling loved, please know that I love you. I'm glad you exist. I'm glad you're here hanging out. You make the world a better place just by being you. I'm not sure what's up next because I'm a little bit behind on my builds. Shh, don't tell anybody. But when I know, you'll know. Okay, love you, bye. Mwah.